Hi, I'm Jack. Jack of all trades, master of none, right? Yeah, I'm that Jack. Now, growing up, I've heard this phrase so many times. And we all know this phrase, Jack of all trades, was not perceived in a very nice way, a little more in the negative way. I always needed validation growing up. Always needed validation. Why? Why did I have someone come and tell me, almost after half of my life, that this was an incomplete quote? And I will come to that. Jack of all trades, masters of none is an incomplete quote. And honestly, every time growing up, whether I was singing, dancing, public speaking, acting, I was told, master just one thing. Don't go and do everything, Mariam. Don't go and do everything. Why? That kept me happy. I wanted to do that. One person comes into my life and says, Mariam, you're doing fine. And you know why? Because the entire quote actually says, Jack of all trades, master of none, still oftentimes better than master of one. That's the entire quote. And I was so shocked, but why did I need that one person coming in telling me that? Why did I need that validation? The good thing is, I'm in a generation, and I was grown in a generation where I've seen my childhood without the phone, and I'm growing in a generation where I'm seeing phones just take over, right? Now, when I had no phones, I had real people around me. Very easy to ignore, all the noises that go around you. Today, it's not that easy, and I don't know how y'all are doing this. I know for a fact that I have one toxic person right next to me all the time. Let's use that toxic person and channel it into our phones right now so we understand the context. So imagine, with all the hard work and everything that I've done right now, how am I coping up with social media? Because that was my tipping point. To introduce myself very quickly, my name is Mariam, and I'm an RJ here at City 1016. I'm doing the breakfast show. And for any radio presenter, that is a beautiful thing to achieve. How did that happen? And that is why I'm here so passionately talking about my tipping point. I was into singing, dancing, and I thought radio will be my voice. Cut to when I get that job, COVID hit. I had the night slot. And where I thought radio was going to be that tipping point where I'm going to be heard by millions and millions of people, it really wasn't. Lockdown hit, and nobody heard me. Well, except for my parents. Now, I channeled that energy into social media. Started going viral, voices over there, and that was the first time I felt heard. Sitting in meeting rooms, people wanted my opinion. And I'm like, okay, wait, this is working for me. I did not know that my highs will also bring me my lows. My tipping point was great. People knowing me, people understanding what I do, jack of all trades, blah, 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 blah. When it comes to my lowest point, just 5 words broke me. 5 words on the internet broke me. And that is, too dark to be pretty. Things are going great for me, right? It's that white paper and that one red dot on it, and I'm only looking at that red dot. Why? Right? And we always do that. And why I'm standing here talking about this, it's so important for us to realize the gap between how, at least how I have grown up versus how children are growing up right now. Kids these days have their phones with them all the time. Parents are giving phones to their kids at the age of 12 or 13, and I get it. You don't want your kids to be left out. Kids don't want to feel left out. Everyone around them have their phones. And social media, unfortunately, rewards you to be seen, but it really punishes you to be human. And that is the bridge that we need to talk about. There's a very famous author, and I think every kid should listen to him and read his book. His name is Jonathan Haidt. He talks about anxious generation, which again is all the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas. The difference that we need to shorten the bridge between is the difference of how human touch and human relations with the relations you have on screen. Very easily, I can talk to my friend and tell her how I've gone through a heartbreak, and the next thing on my reel is a Sayara song. It feels like social media has my back, it knows what I'm going through. And that's that entire process that we keep going on and on and on and on. One thing we need to learn from the things that even I have gone through in my life is social media is a username 6742 sitting faceless behind that phone telling you what you are worth. And that is something we cannot let happen. And one thing that I would like to talk about, the edge between now and new, and what changed for me is the fact that I took that pause and I asked myself that question, 1 second, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? And that is something we don't do. That human touch, the gap that we need to fill, is the fact that you are humans, and we forget that sometimes. It's okay to feel a little shallow. Oh, my friend's post did a lot better than mine. It's okay to tell yourself that, yeah, your friend's post did a lot better than yours, and you're feeling bad about it. It's okay. What you do about it is something that you really need to work on. And that's what I did. I step back, I breathe, and I tell myself, this is what I'm feeling. This comment didn't make me feel good. This post didn't make me feel good. This post made me feel so good. We forget to get in touch with our human emotions. We're okay with everything. We suppress everything and we don't talk about it. And that one change that I made, that small little change that I made that has made such a huge impact is gotten in touch with my real self, my human emotions, and my friends around me in person. Talk to your friend, tell them exactly how you feel. And the next thing you know, you're coming on social media, you're seeing all these reels that usually affect you when you're doom scrolling. And the next thing you know, you're like, this doesn't affect me. And that's the change. Talk to your peers, talk to your parents, talk to yourself, and talk to yourself. Tell yourself exactly how you feel. And that is that gap between a screen and the human touch that you need to be. That's my time. My name is Mariam. Thank you so much.